that religion is really the basis of all mysticism. Very often I like to make this, it's just imagery, of course, but I like to give the example of religion is a kind of, revelation coming from an illuminated, a prophetic soul, an avatar, a person linked to, whose consciousness is linked to a consciousness of divine reality, and spreading that in the world, spreading that as a particular religion, and so it has a social role. It is something which comes from on high, which spreads horizontally, so to speak, through this world, and as with its particular teachings and morals, its standards of life, the cultural value, whatever attaches to it. And ultimately, as a religion finds its fulfillment, its culmination in post-mortal existence. Religion is there to order human life and to secure a consciousness and awareness of an eternal life beyond that of this limited world. That's the function of the religion. So it comes from on high, it is for the fulfillment beyond this world, but yet it is that horizontal element of human consciousness, or human existence. Now, you could say that mysticism is like a vertical, like a tree standing on that horizontal plane. It is like the mysticism is exactly a vertical element there, which of course has its roots in the soil, of the same soil of that horizontal level of religion, then grows up in a different direction, grows up because the question of mysticism is really all that which religion and all religions have taught about the present life, about immortality, whatever. All different religions teach it in different ways. But is the ultimate perspective always remains the same? And is there something of that ultimate experience of divine reality beyond the limitations of this human life that I already can live, experience, be a human by in this life? And so then that is the object of mysticism. You see, so you get this tree which grows up as a vertical tree on the horizontal basis, with all its flowers, its fruits, its very fact of being that tree carrying all these beauties of nature in itself. So these are the two dimensions. And again, of course, I give an imagery which could be very easily expanded in all different ways, and I'll be talking much too long because your question is a very nice one, and I would like to elaborate on that. But, of course, religion still remains a very dominant thing. Of course, mysticism starts with religion. The first step of mysticism is the namaz, is the prayer, is that very awareness of how religion works. Further step, and that, of course, is typical in our particular method of mysticism and Sufism, is proceeding from God in the awareness of God in a very anthropomorphic way into divine reality expressed in divine attributes, Asma al-Husna. That's the further stage. Then you get the further stage of going beyond the Asma al-Husna, which after all, like the anthropomorphic imagery of divine reality, are those concepts which we as a human being can absorb. That is what our mind can understand. That is what our heart can attune itself to. But then you get the stage of the work, not only of the heart, of the mind, of the soul. So that goes to then you get to the stage of the zikr, where nothing exists except that ultimate divine reality. And that is then perpetuated by the help of breathing practices like fikr, etc. So there you get a kind of different attunement to that ultimate goal of divine awareness. But, as I say, that religious teaching, that religious terminology, above all else, that religious attitude of infallible devotion to something which is not concrete before you, but goes right beyond you. And yet you maintain that attachment with all your mind and heart to that which you cannot see, which you cannot hold, and yet you are aware is there, and you seek to attain. That's mysticism. And so the religion and mysticism are very closely linked together, and still they represent two different dimensions of our worldly life.